Hey beautiful people, it is your girl Ahlume Mqonci. If you are new to this channel, thank you for joining me and kindly subscribe to become part of this family, and I am sure you are going to love your stay. And if you are a returnee, I see you and welcome back. So today guys, I bring you a story time about how how this guy really did something to my ego. He bruised my ego, like why, you know. Yeah, but anyway, let's get to this video. So you know how they always say that East London niggas won't play, especially when they're closer. They will dribble you, they will ride your heart, they will they will leave you into pieces. And to have done that, well, the other one, I shame, you know, my heart was just non-existent after, you know, he just smashed my heart. And the other one, I would, yeah. So with this one, I was part of this competition in, I think I was doing my second year. So I was part of this competition and he was part of the management. And no, he wasn't old because he's part of management. It's just that those people took students as representative, like ambassadors and managers and people that made sure that the show is ongoing, because it was a competition for the youth, like students. Therefore we needed to be comfortable with the people who were sort of facilitating us and making sure that we have what we need, we're doing what we're supposed to do. So yeah, it was a student-based competition and everyone basically like partaking, whether they were contestants or videographers, like everyone basically was a student. So he was part of those people, and I never really saw him as in, like, I never looked at him at first. Like when I saw him, I never had that, but you know, like I want him, he's like a potential. No, like I just saw him as just this regular guy who's busy assisting us with whatever we need at the moment, you know. And apparently, yeah, from the get-go, he was like, he was saying something when he saw me. He was, you know. And like, one thing about guys, I don't know if I can't read them or they're slow or what, I don't know, but with him I never saw a thing. So apparently he was eyeing me from day one. Anyway, we had many different, like we had many activities that we did, and one activity was hiking, and he did some of my videos. Some people may know him, some people may don't. He did some of my videos. Like he's very creative, that's one thing for sure. He's a creative at heart. He does photography, videography and all of that. And I don't know if film, I don't know, but he's a creative at heart. And we worked together to create beautiful pictures, videos and all of that. So this one time, one of the activities, I think it was like not necessarily fitness, but to do something adventurous, like something that doesn't involve cameras and all of that. And yeah, so we went hiking, and there I noticed something. I was like, no man, this guy he's a bit friendly nowadays. Like at first he was just neutral to everyone, but now he's like quite friendly and he's like very close, and you know, he's just always by my side. And one thing about me, I take note of people's like how people treat me. I know how a person used to treat me. I will forever remember that. So now when someone starts acting different, I'm like, what's going on? What is happening? Because you were never like this. So like, what changed? But anyway, I brushed it off. Hiking, we're taking pictures, and he just wants to take pictures with me. He's like, hi, and I'm like, okay, let me not think too much about this, let me take pictures with the guys. I mean, whatever, we took pictures, and then like he wanted to hold me at some point. I'm like, dude, we on top of a cliff, like we on top of a flipping mountain, like you want to drop me? And he's tall, like he's very tall. I'm like, you want to drop me? But anyway, I was just in the moment, just having fun, and yeah. And then he wanted, oh, and then we went down. Then all of a sudden it's like, can I have your number? And I'm like, dude, I've known you for like, I think it was a month since I met him. Yeah, a month. And you're only asking for my number now. You know? And I was like, okay. Like, I honestly, I don't know if I turned a blind eye, but I was like, okay, whatever, let me just give him and see what he wants to say. Maybe it's about the competition or whatever. I gave him my number, and then we started talking, and I was like, oh, you look good today. You look good in sportwear. Well, okay, yeah, let me give it to myself. I do look good in sportwear because I do gym, honey. So this body has to correspond to what I'm doing. So I was like, oh, thank you. And yeah, we're just having just normal conversation, I guess, like nothing too hectic. And then he started becoming close with one of the girls I was having, one of the contestants. And I was like, okay, today you're talking to me, and the next day you're talking to someone else, and you're like, you're not talking to me. Like, what is going on? What is happening? So one thing about me, when I tell myself I'm gonna ignore someone, I will ignore you. I will make like I have never met you in my life. I will literally make like you don't, just like I will act like you don't exist. Like I won't talk to you, I won't look your way. Like that is me. If I tell my mind to do something, best believe I will act on it. So I was like, I don't know what this guy is playing. Today he's talking to me, the next day he's not even looking at me. He's, you know. So I was like, screw you, like what the hell. And then like out of the blue he's talking to me again, like on WhatsApp, like, how you doing, I'd love to see you. And I'm like, Mqonci, what is happening? Because like when we're having like the activities for the competition, I do see him and all of that. So like, why would he want to see me like alone with him? And he came and he bought lunch, and we just like chilled in my room. And I was like, okay, whatever. One thing, I will not turn down food. I ate. One thing about me, I will eat. See, I gym and I need to feed these muscles, so I will eat, child. So I ate, didn't care. I ate. I'm not sure about what we did, but we started spending like a lot of time together. And he'd if we like had a competition or like a specific activity, he would help me with that, like give me ideas as a creative, and then I would act on that and put in my 2 cents and tell him, okay, even though it's his idea, but like I wanted to make it mine, like put more Ahlume in it, you know, to make it feel more like my work. So we really had a good relationship when it came to like creativity, because he's very creative. Like he will give you ideas, and then I'm one person that will implement an idea, like, you know, and make it work, because this face, honey, does the things. So I did that. And then now there was a party. I remember there was a party the Riz was hosting. We went there, we were drinking, and then it was late. They were supposed to leave, and nigga didn't leave. And he was like, no, I want to spend time with Ahlume. he wants to spend time with me. And bear in mind, I still had a roommate in second year, so he wanted to sleep over basically. So now I have to speak to my roommate and tell her that, listen, a guy is coming over. And she was all like, I've never seen Ahlume with a guy, and all of a sudden she's sleeping with a man in the room, like what the hell. But it was just like innocent. He just basically slept over, and then the next morning he left. Nothing special. And then he invited me over to his place. So I'm like, he's not really getting into why we're spending a lot of time together, or you know. So I'm like, it can't be friendship, but then he's not making a move. So I'm like a bit confused. I don't know where this is going. I don't know how long it's gonna take, because we've been doing this for like weeks. So I don't know. Anyway, time goes. I went to his place, and then he cooked. One thing about me, I'm a sucker for a man that cooks, because he needs to feed me and these muscles that I have. You understand? And let me not derail. So he cooked, and it was good. He's a good cook, and we spent some time watching a movie while eating. And yeah, and then he was like, you're probably wondering why I've been giving you so much attention. And I'm like, yeah, it's about time you get into that. Like, what the hell? He's like, I really like you, but I just wanted to see if you have a man. Then I'm like, you could have asked if I have a man or not. I would have told you. He's like, no, I wanted to see for myself. That's why I was giving you attention. And then all of a sudden I stopped. And then that's when I was like, seeing if there's like someone. And I'm like, y'all niggas go through all that trouble trying to search for yourself, because if I want to hide something, best believe I'll be able to do it, and you'll never find out. So if you want to know something, please just ask. Next time, you don't have to go through all that trouble. Really? How old are we? Anyway, and he was like, yes, I like you, so you know. I'm like, I don't know. I think as time goes, I'll know, but for now I never really thought about it. Anyway, time went by, niggas giving me attention, and we're spending a lot of time. And now, when I'm getting attention, when you're literally giving me everything that I need, I will fall hard. So we spend a lot of time, we're cooking for each other, we're doing all these small things, sweet things, you know. And yes, slowly, like I'm falling. And yeah, a month later, I was like, okay, I'm ready to be your girl. And nigga was happy, because this time said yes. I mean, child. Anyway, so we started dating. Things literally didn't change from us getting to know each other to us dating. Like, things went by swiftly, and problems started when it was December. One thing I hate, you know, December just brings things up, because now since it's December, obviously you going home, the other person is gonna go home, so you're not gonna see each other for like the whole flipping month. And me being a nursing student is even more difficult, because most of the time I'm at work. So if I see a person, I'll see them on weekends. Like, I don't get to see them every time I want to see them. So now December just made things worse. And me, my love language is quality time. Like, I want my man to be here all the time. And a month is very long for me, because my hormones are crazy like that. But I was like, you know what, with this guy I'm going to try, really, you know, if the communication is there, I doubt that anything will happen, because like we constantly speaking, so it's low-key gonna feel like he's here because we're gonna video call, we're gonna do all those things. Yes, son. Me, I'm telling myself all of these things, and the guy is thinking otherwise. I literally, look at me. Do you see this beauty? Now me, I have to beg a nigga to communicate with me. Hey, it's like the niggas. You will do things you would never imagine you do for a Xhosa East London nigga. So I'm like, dude, like the last time we spoke was like a week ago, and I'm the one that has to call you, and if I don't call him, we won't speak. If I don't send him a text, we won't speak that day. So I was like, you know what, it's almost like I'm begging this nigga to communicate with me. Literally, that is what I was doing. So I was like, let me not talk to him. So we didn't speak for 2 weeks because I did not start the conversation. So then I asked him, so this is how it's gonna go on. If I don't say anything, you're not gonna speak to me. And he was like, Ahlume, you need to understand that my life doesn't revolve around you. I had the shock of my life. I'm like, your life does not revolve around me. I'm not gonna lie, that cut deep. Like, I know it doesn't revolve around me, but I'm part of your life, so I mean that should count for something. And he's like, so I was like, dude, you can't even buy 5 rand airtime to call me, like 5 flipping rand. He's like, I don't have money. Bear in mind that this nigga works, even though he's a student, he still works. He doesn't have 5 rand to buy airtime or to what. And listen, East London is a town, so it's not like Uses Lalini, like the Bundus now, where you have to go 5 miles for what is this, for a shop. So I was like, screw you, bye nigga, I don't have time for that. I told myself I am not gonna turn at this guy. Like, Haibo, imagine almost a month goes by and we're not even speaking. Like a week we only speak twice, and I am your flipping girlfriend. So I was like, go, take the hint, just go, honey. And then I was like, I'm not gonna speak to him. I stopped speaking to him. And then I think after a month, this person you're dating, we never broke up. So I just stopped talking to him, and then it's like, hi, I miss you. I'm like, you miss me after everything. Remember, Galogu, your life does not revolve around me. So please, just do you. And yeah, I'm a free bird now. Like, I literally told him like that, I'm a free bird now, you can do whatever you want, but me, I will not stay up for nonsense. And I wish I kept that energy with my other relationship. But yeah, so I was like, and then not so long ago he sent me a message like, I'd like to spend some time with you. And I'm like, these niggas like coming back. They like coming back. And one thing about me, when I'm dating a nigga, I will give him everything, so that when everything is over, I don't have nothing to give you. So I never go back to an ex. That's one thing about me. I don't go back because I've given you everything and you took that for granted. So bye. And that's the energy I wish to keep for the rest of my life, because wow, I felt so empowered that I can just leave bull ass, you know. Because child, look at me, imagine being treated like hey man, some guys. Anyway, yes, I took ownership of UL, and I was like, yeah. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, I look good even though it's at night and I have to wash this and go to work tomorrow. But anyway, hope you guys like the video. Do not forget to subscribe. Like, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe now, like in right now.